Login complete. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my WWE Monday Night Raw review for July 8th, 2024. Yes, a day late. In case you guys have not been following my social media, I unfortunately lost power. Lost electricity due to Hurricane Beryl. Ran through Texas, ran through Houston in particular, knocked out 2.1 million homes. Knocked out their power, knocked out the roofs, basically made a lot of people homeless. It's serious. A lot of damage was done because of this hurricane. And unfortunately, there's nothing someone like me who was very privileged and lucky to escape it. I lost power for 33 hours, which was horrible. But it's nothing in comparison to the families that lost their homes. So if you know anybody that was affected by Hurricane Beryl, send them their prayers, send them condolences, send them whatever you can to help get them through whatever tribulations, hardship they've endured as a result of Hurricane Beryl. I came out unscathed for the most part. Yes, I lost power. But look at me, I'm alive, I'm kicking, and I'm back up here giving you a review of Monday Night Raw that I literally just finished watching. So here's the thing. I was able to find the entire show and watch the entire thing in one sitting. I gotta be honest, I prefer the show without commercials. It was a fast, easy 2-hour sit through without commercials, maybe 2 hours plus, but for the most part, I had no issue with it. And that got me to think, when we get to Netflix, there won't be any commercials unless you don't have the full HD no ads plan. If you have ads, okay, sorry. But for me, I'll be able to watch the entire show with no breaks. And if me watching it the way I watched it is what I can expect, my goodness, Raw is gonna cook. It's already cooking. I thought this particular episode, last night's episode, was very fun. Awesome addition. Lots of surprises. The biggest one, of course, is the return of Mommy, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. I would like to take this time to thank Liv Morgan for her contributions. And I hope she enjoys these last few weeks of her life. Because when Rhea Ripley gets her hand on her, the hurricane that tore down Houston will not compare to the Category 5 storm that is Rhea Ripley. And don't worry, Liv, Dominik Mysterio will be joining you very soon. Because everybody that has crossed Rhea, that has walked this path, that has chosen to cross her, let's be real, you've already carved your tombstones. You will not survive. Honestly, none of us will. We're all dead. When Rhea decides to eradicate us all, we would have deserved it. Unfortunately, we are just victims awaiting our destruction before she loses her shit. The moment she decides to eradicate us all, there's nothing we can do to stop her. But you know what? I'll enjoy these last few weeks before she decides to snap. In all seriousness, it's good to have Rhea Ripley back. This Liv Morgan Dominik Mysterio storyline, to me, is peak WWE. Raw has become the Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio show. It is the Liv and Dom show. This romance that we're seeing take shape, play, become fruition, become a thing before our very eyes. It's one of the best things going on in the WWE, perhaps wrestling right now. I'm loving it. And here I was thinking they were going to just start it off with Dom and Liv as a couple, because we've been seeing Liv and Dom together behind the scenes. We watched one Raw where we see Liv Morgan coming out of the room, and then 3 seconds later, Dominik Mysterio comes out of the room. Love that. It happened in the background. So we got to start thinking, like, what they doing together? But as the storyline's been playing out, they're making it seem like they were never together, that they never had any previous interaction. And that Liv has been basically corrupting Dominik Mysterio this entire time. She corrupted him. Especially after tonight, when Liv Morgan helped Dom finally get a victory over his dad. So I guarantee you, whatever feelings Dom was burying, holding down, trying to not fold, as soon as he beat Rey, they went away. And that rhymed. So he's about to be all over Liv. He's about to live it up. And I think Rhea Ripley is about to lose her Dom. The Dom is about to lose her sub. And in this case, the sub is a Dom. See what I did there? Did you catch that? If you didn't, it's okay. I thought Raw was great, in particular because of the opening segment with CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins. It's looking like we are going to be doing a triple threat at SummerSlam. We're going to find a way to get CM Punk in the ring with Drew and Seth. That match is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I didn't think we were going to go right into Punk and Drew at SummerSlam. I felt like we were going to have to extend that for maybe a few more months, because the kind of feud they have deserves Hell in a Cell. Might even deserve an unsanctioned match. I was thinking they would get an unsanctioned match, since Drew is unfortunately fired to do his own actions, but he's unfortunately fired. He can't have an official match. But if Punk's not cleared, then if they do have a match, it will have to be unsanctioned. That's what I thought they were going to do. Because when you think about it, SummerSlam coming up, what are they going to do? They're going to do Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. Yes, Roman Reigns will return to help Cody retain. But the match itself, For the women, I guess Bayley's fighting Nia Jax. The other side of that coin, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. I'm all for that. That's a SummerSlam match. That's a big one. Damian Priest versus Gunther. Match will be good, but IC title, I guess Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn again. You see what I mean? There isn't a lot of big name matches. LA Knight versus, of course, Logan Paul for the US title. That's a big one. Okay, so that's two big matches. I have no idea what you're going to do with the tag team titles. Good luck with that one. And then we'll probably splice a couple of big names in there as well. I'm trying to think of other matches we can do. As of right now, I can't come up with any. But we don't have that one big match that makes people go, oh, I gotta see this. That would be CM Punk, Drew, and Seth Rollins. That's the match that will make people go, all right, I don't care what the hell I'm doing on this night. I have to be home. I have to be live at the event to see that match. Let's see what happens. It will either be the unsanctioned match I predicted that would happen, that would come to fruition, or it would end up being what is probably what they're building to. The triple threat, Seth, Punk, and Drew. I'm fine with either or. I'm not going to complain about either one. But I am going to give you a full review of Monday Night Raw. I promised you I would give you that. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you're watching this is unfortunately not live, but it is recorded. I want you to know, I saw all of your comments on my community tab, Facebook, Twitter. Some of you even emailed me, private messaged me. I see them all. I want to thank you for showing your support, checking in on me. I am fine. Trust me, your boy. I might not be tall, I might not be strong, but trust me, I have the utmost perseverance that you could not even fathom. I'm a fighter. I'm good. I will continue to be good. And it's because of fans like you that continue to hold me up. Man, let's get to this plugs, sponsorship, and then give you that review that you've been waiting for. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on 3X. But also give me a follow on TikTok, where I am the chickest of the talkest. And follow us on Discord to continue the conversation. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are not on because it's not live, but you can still donate using that give thanks. Hitting that super thanks since it is after the fact. Most important, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and get yourself a t-shirt today. T-shirts today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. If you're a Just Alex guy, get ya an I'm a Just Alex guy t-shirt. Also, get you a new school Just Alex shirt, old school The X-Men shirt. And for a limited amount of time, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America, the remix t-shirt today. Pro Wrestling Tees or Teespring. And today's sponsor, the people for this lovely video that continue to support my channel, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is here to give you a leg up on wrestling tickets, on concert tickets, on whatever ticket you decide to purchase off of their website. If you go to SeatGeek today and you use the promo code JustAlex, I can get you $20 off any initial purchase you make on SeatGeek. If that is something you want, then how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlex, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlex. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw was live in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Sold out. The Canadian Tire Center. Big audience, of course. We all know Canada. Any kind of Canadian audience is a great audience for wrestling. This one was no different. They showed up, they showed out, and they were loud. And what a way to kick off this lovely show than with the best in the world, CM Punk. CM Punk does come out, and he has a few choice words for Drew McIntyre. So as we know, Drew McIntyre, who got screwed at Money in the Bank, the fourth time, I believe, right? Third or fourth time. I'm going to go with the fourth time, just to be safe. Afterwards, during the press conference, lost his shit, went on one of the panels screaming for CM Punk. GM Adam Pearce tried to stop him, got elbowed in the face, and he told Drew to go home, take your ass home, and don't show up. So he's currently suspended with a fine. He should be back next week. And just to kind of follow up with what happened, Adam Pearce is looking to bring Drew back to do business. Now, Pearce did tell CM Punk during the show to not show up. And Punk said, "Oh, don't worry. I won't be there." He will. "But I won't be there. Don't worry. I will not show up." I'm pretty sure he's going to show up and whip that ass. And maybe he'll be cleared to do so. But before we get to that show, tonight, on this episode, CM Punk came out to talk shit about Drew, essentially telling him there are consequences to your actions. When you decide to come after CM Punk and screw CM Punk, you are always going to reap what you sow. And that Drew McIntyre should not be shocked when you pick a fight with CM Punk and he fights back. There are consequences to your actions. And CM Punk is a consequence to all those actions. Punk recounts all the times he played spoiler to Drew McIntyre, I think, going through it. WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania, Clash at the Castle, and then, of course, Money in the Bank. He wants to put hands on Drew McIntyre, and he can't do that if he's suspended. Punk admits that he got fined $25,000. What the hell? $25,000? He's a millionaire, but goddamn! For his actions. And asks Jack Tunney or Adam Pearce or whoever if he can please lift Drew's suspension so they can fight. In case you guys don't know who Jack Tunney is, look through your history. President Jack Tunney. Hilarious. Seth Rollins makes his entrance. As soon as Seth Rollins came out, the entire crowd sat on the edge of their seat because they knew this was about to be special. Punk and Rollins have great chemistry. But what makes it work is you can tell that the animosity inside that ring comes from a real place. Now, Rollins is cool doing business with Punk. You're not going to see any kind of media scrum brawl with those two, although it would be nice. You can tell that as professional as they are being, there is a side of Rollins, Colby, if you will, that doesn't like Phillip Brooks. And that's what makes this really good. You can feel the tension. You see Punk on the commentary desk just sitting there talking on the headset as Seth Rollins comes out, just completely burying his entrance. But yeah, Rollins asks him to come inside the ring unless he's scared he'll get his ass kicked. And Punk's like, "You shouldn't have said that." Punk says he's not sure if Seth remembers the last time they shared a ring with each other, but he told him he wouldn't take much further disrespect. So he told him to tread lightly. Rollins says he wouldn't disrespect him. He's just trying to understand why actions having consequences applies to everyone in Punk's life except CM Punk himself. Ooh, we getting a little personal there. Seth talks about how he understood Drew cashing in Money in the Bank, and of course the referee botching. So happy he brought that up because I was really getting to the point where WWE was just going to forget all about it. You can't forget all about it. If you don't play that into the story, it's just not going to feel right. It's going to be like, "Hey, we're going to pull the wool over your eyes. There's nothing to see here." And that's going to insult your fans or insult the fans' intelligence. Don't do that. And it's looking like they're going to play it into the story. Cool. We'll talk more about that later. But yeah, he talks about, he understands Drew cashing in. He understands the referee making a mistake. But what he doesn't understand is CM Punk sticking his nose in Nathaniel Rollins' business. Punk says he didn't stick his nose in Seth's business. He was handling, getting that word right, his own business, and he'd hoped that Rollins, being a husband and dad himself, would understand. Ooh. Rollins berates, bristles, and Punk says, "Yeah, it doesn't feel good, and a man is walking around with my bracelet with his wife's name and his dog's name on it, and it may be cheap, but it means something to him, goddammit!" He hears it, he has no quarrel with Seth, and if he screwed things up for his little pipe dream, legitimately, Punk says, he pauses, Seth goes, "Spit it out." Punk says He's sorry. He apologizes. He never meant to screw anything up for him. And he's snowblind with rage now. And he gets that. Seth is also focused. But he's sorry. Except that since it's Seth Rollins, he can't be that sorry. Instantly took it back. You're like, you son of a bitch. Seth says he always has an excuse. Punk says he always has an answer. And Rollins accuses him of being a serial gaslighter, the king of propaganda. And he calls him the dumbest smart person he's ever met in his life. Good movie reference, Seth. Someone's been watching my reviews, because that's the stuff that I do. And if you didn't catch that reference, we are not friends. Long story short, Seth Rollins challenges or tells CM Punk that once he's cleared, he will challenge him to a match. When that happens, we will not know. Seth walks out the ring, leaving CM Punk by himself inside the ring. So, of course, this is building to what looks like a triple threat between Seth, Punk, and Drew. And if that's the main event for SummerSlam, I'm here for it. Although I kind of feel like if we do an unsanctioned match between Drew and Punk, that would most likely be a better main event. And a much more suitable main event. Because, unfortunately, Solo and Cody is going to close the show. But okay, Roman's coming back, so yay. Whatever. We'll have to see how that plays out. Quickly going through the backstage segments, Adam Pearce is talking to Dominik Mysterio backstage. He announces that he's teaming with Liv Morgan in the main event to take on Rey Mysterio. And, of course, the lady of the LWO, Zelina Vega. This was a suggestion by Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes in, says that this is an apology for what happened last week when Dom lost to Rey Mysterio one-on-one. As I said before, this was the Dom and Liv show. One of my favorite segments throughout the entire night was when Liv was giving Dom a hamstring stretch. Yeah, a hamstring stretch where he accidentally fell down on the couch. She got up in that thing, pause, and stretched, pause, his hamstring. And of course you had the boys from Judgment Day walk in. Finn Balor, Carlito, JD, and of course Damian Weber. Seeing all this happen, Khalil's like, hey, that's cool. Liv, see you later, walks off. And then Damian Priest, this is how you know we're getting ready to move to Netflix. Damian Priest tells Dominik Mysterio, bruh, why can't you drop her? It can't be that hard. And Carlito says, actually, I think he's pretty hard to me. Actually, he says, looks pretty hard to me. And I went, that was such a Triple H line. That was such a Triple H line. That was totally from Triple H. You know that was from Triple H. You know that was from Gima and his DX self. Hilarious line. Dom's like, I'll fix it. I'm gonna fix it. All right, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Eventually. That's another reference. That one might be a little bit obscure, though. Chad Gable, everyone's favorite American, taking on main event Jey Uso. Match didn't go that long before the Wyatt Sicks showed up, or the lights go out, and the Wyatt Sicks tease coming out, distracting Chad Gable, allowing Jey Uso to get that pin. Jey Uso didn't even wait for the lights to go out. That boy looked at the lights, dimmed it, and said, yeet, and then dropped it. Dipped! He got the hell out of there! Chad Gable, unfortunately, did not escape before, I don't know what she's officially called, but Nikki Cross and whatever her dark character is. Is that Sister Abigail? I don't know. Abigail. Whatever the fuck. She showed up. Chad said, nope. And he was gone. And then they dropped another tape, another Play Me tape, VHS promo tape, on the desk. Says Pat McAfee was actually here tonight. He actually got it before Michael Cole. You open it, says Play Me. They gave it to him. Well, he gives it to Cole, and then Cole gives it to whoever the hell is running the production team. And then they play it. And again, I keep saying this every single week, but what they're doing with the Wyatt Sicks is nothing short of cinema. This is amazing. I am blown away, absolutely floored by how amazing these promos, these segments have been, with Bo Dallas, of course, playing Uncle Howdy and himself, going between both personalities, split personality disorder. I think that was something that Bray Wyatt was trying to do, but unfortunately hasn't and won't get a chance to do. Rest in peace. But, man, Bo Dallas, he's killing it. He's killing it in this new role. It's phenomenal. But he talks about his teammates. And I love that during the promo, you get to see, of course, all 4 members outside of Uncle Howdy. You get to see them with their mask on, and then quick snippets of them without their mask. Joe Gacy, of course, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, and Dexter Lumis. Really well done. Really, really well done. And then the edits, the creepy Saw edits, whatever the hell you want to say, very horror movie-esque. And as soon as it was done, we cut to Chad Gable backstage with Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce looks at Chad Gable and goes, yeah, but I don't know why they're chasing you, but you clearly did something wrong. And so you might want to do something about that. Adam Pearce, of course, after Chad Gable leaves, goes to his office. And sitting in Adam Pearce's office is Bo Dallas. Oh boy, what happened to him? I mean, Adam Pearce. I don't know what the hell happened to Bo Dallas, but I don't think we need to know. He's a dark, disturbed individual. I have a feeling that Bo Dallas, unfortunately, we'll have to see what they do with him, but that boy is going to have to really showcase himself inside the ring. Because that's my biggest fear. They're doing excellent work in terms of their characters, in terms of building the lore and the story around the Wyatt Sicks. That's great. How is it going to translate to ding, 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 ding inside the ring? That's what I'm worried about. If they can make this work for the ring, it's going to be one of the best things in wrestling. How they translate that is going to be interesting. And I think that's why Bo Dallas is going to be working with Chad Gable to find a way to translate that. So we'll see what they do. I did see that Bronson Reed confronted Sheamus backstage. I think it's like the 15th anniversary of Sheamus, right? Because he's been here for 15 years. And Bronson Reed's like, hey, fella, your time is up. My time is now. And then, of course, he has a match with Pete Dunne. Get her done. Pete Dunne, unfortunately, is a singles wrestler because his partner, Tyler Bate, got injured. We don't know how long Tyler will be out, but he's going to be out for a while. So Pete is back to being a singles wrestler. The match they had was really good, actually. Very good chemistry between both of them. And it was easier for me to sit through it because no commercial breaks. Yay. Unfortunately, Pete Dunne does lose to the Tsunami. Bronson Reed beats him. Goes to try it again afterwards. Sheamus makes the save. You're thinking, hey, it's fight! No. The Brawling Brutes do not reunite because Pete Dunne is still mad at Sheamus for dumping him after he got hurt. He felt abandoned. So naturally so, he said, fuck you, Sheamus. You called me Butch. We ain't friends right now. But that's the story. Pete Dunne's still mad at Sheamus because of him leaving, I think, after the injury, right? Let's see where that goes. Definitely a story we will be following as time goes by. Braun Breaker. Poor Sami Zayn. Sami came out to say hello to the people in Canada. Oh, Canada. They love them some Sami. Everybody loves Sami. Braun Breaker comes out to talk to him. And as he's talking, he decides, you know what? Screw this talking. Boom! Spears Sami Zayn. Sami goes to the outside, helped by paramedics. And then out of nowhere, Bronson does a full 360 run around the ring. And then boom! Spears Sami again. Knocks him down twice. Ilya Dragunov comes out and says, I want to fight you! And of course, Braun said, alright. Their match was awesome. Phenomenal match. Beat the piss out of each other. My kind of match. Physical. Ends in a DQ when Braun Breaker says, you know what? Screw all this. I'm going to throw a chair at your head. And he does. Boom! Right in his face. Hilarious. Pandemonium breaks out. Sami Zayn comes out to help Ilya Dragunov, and Braun just tosses both of them over the table. Because Braun is a monster. Speaking of monsters, Braun Breaker, Miz, and R-Truth lose to the Judgment Day in a 6-man tag. Just wanted to point that one out in case you guys wanted to know anything about the Judgment Day that's not Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. Although I will say this. There was a segment with Damian Priest and Seth Rollins where they addressed what happened at Money in the Bank. And I love this because my biggest issue with Money in the Bank was how Seth Rollins had Damian Priest pinned and the referee went 1, 2, You're like, why did you stop counting? He didn't kick out. What the hell? So weird. And I said they had to address it somehow. And they did in this segment. Seth tells Damian Priest, you kept your word. Since you won, I will not go after that world title. And Damian Priest said, nah, we're not going to let that happen. If I keep this belt after SummerSlam, you can come after it again. All right, that's how you get around it. You just have Damian Priest go, nah, that doesn't count. Doesn't count because of the referee and other stuff. I like that. I also will say this. It does kind of spoil that Gunther is going to be winning the belt, because if they're saying you can come after the belt when SummerSlam ends, that lets me know, well, Gunther's taking the belt. Although I'm pretty sure we all knew that. We all knew that. But I'm happy they addressed it. And that's the important part. Karrion Kross and Final Testament announced that apparently Kofi Kingston's injured and they're still coming for Xavier Woods because he's fresh meat. Okay, that reference is really easy. Come on. You saw the movie. It's Matilda, in case you didn't figure it out. See, I had to say it now. Damage Control ends up beating Katana Chance, Kayden Carter, and Lyra Valkyria, only for them to get stomped by Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark, who has formed a new MMA stable. Don't know what they're called, but I like it. Quite frankly, if I'm being honest with you, anyone else just getting kind of sick of Damage Control as a group, period? I'm kind of hoping that they kick Dakota Kai out, bring in another Japanese Joshi wrestler, perhaps Julia, and then get that running, because that sounds amazing. Would love to see that happen. Because I'm just kind of sick of Damage Control and how it's holding back Dakota Kai. I'm just saying. I mean, it's not as bad as Miz and R-Truth. Yeah, I said it. Miz and R-Truth are cringy as hell. I'm sorry. R-Truth with the Judgment Day was absolutely golden. Brilliant. R-Truth with the Miz is cringy as fuck. It is. Miz doesn't work as a babyface. He never, ever, 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 ever did. Sorry. He just doesn't work as a babyface. And I say that with kindness. He's booty cheeks. Speaking of booty cheeks, Liv Morgan Dominik Mysterio took on Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio. And the main event match was chaotic as hell. Zelina is so good when she's working with men. You ever just realize that when Zelina's working with men, she actually performs better than when she's working with women? Maybe that's just how she naturally is, working with men. I'm just gonna move on. That was supposed to be taken a certain way, and it was a joke behind. Whatever! God damn it! Zelina and Rey Mysterio, unfortunately, do not win this match, because Liv, feisty as she is, finds a way to help Dominik Mysterio hit that Frogger Splash, not Frog Splash, but Frogger Splash on Rey Mysterio, and finally get the upset of the year! 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell! Dario Cueto. Did I say Dario? Dario Cueto style. She ends up helping Dom finally beat her dad. As soon as that happened, I said, well, Dominik Mysterio has fallen in love with Liv. Just go ahead and start smashing right then and there. And they were really close. They caught within 2 inches of swapping spit before Liv Morgan is shocked, surprised, and horrified by the return of "This is my brutality!" Rhea Ripley beeline storms to the ring, and Liv bolts immediately. Got to Gotta try a little tenderness. Gets the hell out of Dodge. She was gone. And Dom was left standing in the ring, having to deal with mommy. Dom, my man, look, you should have smashed, bro. You should have smashed it when you had the chance. Now you gonna die. And you gonna die before you smash. Unless y'all find a way to not die before it happened. Maybe you can do it tonight before next week. Maybe you can smash then. But my dude, you could have smashed Liv. Now you're not gonna smash anyone ever again because you're gonna be dead. So, rest in peace, Dom. And rest in peace, Liv. It was nice knowing you both. Because mommy's about to kill you. Rhea's gonna kill ya. Again, I thought this episode was very fun. An awesome addition to build to SummerSlam. I don't necessarily know what the real main event's going to be yet. As of right now, if they're going to do Cody and Solo Sikoa for the WWE Championship, can we not make that the main event? So, The only reason why I'd be okay with it is if a certain person returns. Say his name as he appears. Not Joe Hendry, but Roman Reigns. You get what I mean. And if Roman Reigns does come back, then yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can see why they would close the show with that. But as a match that screams SummerSlam. LA Knight versus Logan Paul, screams SummerSlam. Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan, screams SummerSlam. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, screams SummerSlam. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, unsanctioned, screams SummerSlam. Every other match, Gunther versus Damian Priest. I mean, Gunther wins, that's great, but Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa, I'm assuming ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Gorillas of Destiny and Jacob Fatu will take on Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and I don't know what they're going to be doing with the rest of the roster. So I look forward to seeing what they concoct in the next few weeks. But we have the main matches. We have Punk, Drew, Seth, Cody, Solo, Rhea, Liv, LA Knight, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest and Gunther. So that's the main five. I have no idea what the rest of the card is going to be looking like, but we'll play that by ear. Of course, Bayley versus Nia Jax. You know what I mean? It's on paper, it's missing that one match that makes me go, give it to me. And the only one that I can think of right now is, again, Punk, Drew, and Seth. So we'll see. Give me your thoughts. How y'all feel about Raw? I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching Raw, and I thoroughly enjoyed coming up here to review it. Again, sorry I'm late with the review, but better late than never. So as you follow out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alex's World, the place it is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Live streams coming this week. Stay tuned for them. Until then, this is Alex, just Alex, signing out right here in Alex's World, the place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Deuce.